Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. My name's Sarah and I'm one of the naturopaths here at the Lucy Rose Clinic. Thanks so much for joining today, and we're going to cover a fantastic topic. So this week I thought, as we're heading into the new year, I really wanted to share some powerful strategies for effective goal setting and how to actually achieve those goals. So the new year is such a great opportunity for a fresh start. But how often do we actually set those goals and we're genuinely excited about it, only to find that you really struggle to follow through? So today we're going to cover kind of why that happens, how to set meaningful goals, and also what you can do to stay on track all year long. So let's start by understanding kind of why goal setting matters so much. Goals really act like a compass. So they give you direction, and we might spend the whole year reacting to life rather than proactively creating the life you want if you don't have tangible goals in place that you're working towards. So if you think of a time when you achieved something you were really proud of, maybe it was a personal milestone, a work achievement, or a health goal. The chances are to achieve that goal, you had a really clear intention and plan in place. That's the power of goal setting, and that is what turns dreams into reality. So the catch is not all goals are effective. Some are too vague. So an example, I want to be healthier, or too ambitious. I'm going to work out every single day starting January 1st. These are the kind of goals that actually often set us up for frustration and also burnout. So how do we set the right kind of goals? This brings us to the SMART framework. So the SMART framework is tied to a tried and tested method for setting goals that are clear and actionable. So if we break it down, first off, we have specific for the S. So your goal should clearly answer questions like what, why, and how. For example, instead of saying I want to save money, make it more specific. I will save $5,000 by December to fund a holiday. If you feel that and see how much more focused and actionable that is, that level of clarity is what helps guide your efforts and keeps you on track to reach your goals. The next step in the SMART framework for goals is making it measurable. It's much easier to stay motivated when you can see progress. So if your goal is fitness related, for instance, you can track the number of workouts you complete each week or the kilometers that you run. Measuring progress lets you celebrate the small wins along the way, and it can be incredibly encouraging. Your third element is achievable. It's great to stretch yourself, but it's equally important to keep your goals realistic. So if you've never run before, aiming to complete a marathon might seem a little bit overwhelming. Instead, set your sights on something like a 5K run. This way, you can build momentum with smaller and more actionable milestones. Now, we're on to relevant. This one is all about alignment with your goals. So ask yourself, does this goal fit with my values and priorities? For example, if your health is your focus this year, setting a goal to establish a consistent sleep routine and prepare home-cooked meals might be much more relevant than something unrelated. So a goal that resonates with your bigger picture will keep you motivated even when things get challenging. Finally, last part of it, we have time bound. So setting deadlines creates a sense of urgency and structure for you to work from. Instead of saying, oh, I'm just going to learn a new skill, try and make it more specific. I'll complete an online course in 3 months. And that clear endpoint helps you stay committed, and it also gives you a target to work towards. Now, if you take a moment to think of one goal you'd like to achieve in 2025, how can you apply the SMART framework to make it more effective? Feel free to jot it down, or if you're comfortable, share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're working towards. So here's a question. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a big goal? Well, you're not alone. Often we set goals so large they feel impossible to tackle. The key to achieving your goals is to breaking them down into smaller bite-sized steps. If we take the example of wanting to eat healthier, instead of overhauling your entire diet overnight, just start by swapping out one meal a day with a nutrient-rich option. For example, replace sugary breakfast cereals with a smoothie packed with greens, protein, and healthy fats. Each small step you take builds confidence and momentum. Over time, these steps add up to be meaningful, lasting change. And don't forget to celebrate those little wins along the way. They're just as important as those big goal milestones. We also should talk about accountability when we're looking at goals and reaching them. So research shows that people are far more likely to achieve their goals when they share them with someone else. Here are a few ways you can build your accountability. Partner up with a friend or family member who shares a similar goal. Try joining an online community or group. And there are so many wonderful supportive spaces out there, including our community group on Facebook for patients. We work to offer a safe and welcoming space for our patients to connect, and you're so welcome to share your goals there, ask questions, and gain valuable tips and insights on a variety of health topics by following and being involved in that group there too. And another one that's fantastic is using habit trackers and apps to visually track your progress and share it with an accountability buddy. At the Lucy Rose Clinic, we love creating communities to support our clients. If you're working with health-related goals, having a practitioner like myself or a group to check in with can make all the difference. Let's be really honest here as well. Every journey has its ups and downs. Challenges are absolutely inevitable, but they don't have to derail your progress. So here are some common obstacles and strategies to help overcome them. First, let's address motivation, or rather the lack of motivation, which is super common. It's completely normal for motivation to come and go. On those low motivation days, it's really important to connect with your why. So why did you set this goal in the first place? Take a moment to really visualize that outcome and imagine how you feel when you achieve what you've been working so hard towards. And that feeling of accomplishment and pride can often be enough to reignite your motivation and drive for this goal. Another common obstacle we see in clinic all the time is time. So life can get really, really busy, and sometimes it feels like there isn't enough hours in the day. The thing is, your goals don't have to require huge chunks of time. I absolutely recommend breaking them into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if you're aiming for a 30-minute workout but can't fit it in, go for a 10-minute walk instead. Even small steps move you closer to the finish line, and progress is still progress no matter how small it is. Finally, let's talk about setbacks. So we've all been there. Maybe you missed a goal, maybe you made a mistake, and it does feel discouraging. So remember, when you're feeling that growth isn't linear. Setbacks are part of your journey, and they're actually opportunities to learn and adjust. So instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can do differently moving forwards. Each step, even the missteps, teaches us something valuable, and these challenges are just part of the process, and overcoming them makes the achievement even more rewarding. So if we want to track your progress, which I absolutely recommend and consider it essential to stay motivated and accountable, consider keeping a journal or using an app to log your achievements. Not only does this help keep you on track, but it's also incredibly rewarding to look back and see how far you've come. Also, don't forget to celebrate. So achievements, no matter how small they are, deserve recognition. Treat yourself to something meaningful when you hit a milestone. It could be a relaxing day off, it could be a new book, or it could also just be as simple as a moment to reflect on your success. As a naturopath, I see many clients setting health-related goals in the new year, and whether it's improving energy, losing some weight, finally reducing their stress, the key is really to focus on sustainable habits rather than quick fixes. So absolutely and always start with the basics. prioritizing a whole food, nutritionally dense diet, staying well hydrated. I know it sounds really simple, but it makes a huge difference. And incorporating some movement into your routine, even if it's just a 10-minute walk, that's better than nothing. Alongside practicing stress management techniques like meditation, journaling, a bit of yoga, something simple, something short, but just to support your nervous system through this process as well. And if you're unsure where to start, reach out to us at the Lucy Rose Clinic. If you're part of our program already, you've got access to our support staff. If you haven't joined yet and you're ready to, reach out, and we'd love to help you create a personalized plan that's all about aligning with your unique needs. So if we summed up your goal setting for the new year, it's really not about perfection. It's just about progress. And that can be very much achieved in a simpler, more straightforward and tangible way by using the SMART framework, breaking your goals into small steps, building accountability and tracking your progress. And also just remembering to be kind to yourself along the way. I thank you all for joining me today. If you have any questions or you want personalized support, don't hesitate to reach out and book a free 15-minute consultation. And here's to a happy, healthy and goal-crushing new year. Take care, and I'll see you next time.